Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be finally playing Koala on the sim. Oh boy, have I waited for the full OP-12 decklist to drop on the sim so we can actually run some games with this leader. I am incredibly hyped for this new Rev Army leader. Got a bunch of great support as well, so let's just jump straight into the decklist and I'll show you what it's all about. So this here is my decklist at the moment. Of course, it's still very early in both testing and just development in general. But there are a lot of key differences that you might see here compared to other lists. But we'll go over every card since this is my first real Koala video, right? We'll go over every single card and just explain shortly what they do. So starting with the Koala leader, when this leader attacks your opponent's leader, if you have 2 or more characters with a cost of 8 or greater, draw 1 card. So basically, if you have like 2 characters out with a cost of 8, and you swing at your opponent's leader, you get to draw a card. If you swing at characters, you do not get to draw a card. And then the actual good part about the deck, once per turn, when your opponent plays a character with an original cost of 8 or more, or when your opponent plays a character through an effect of a character, I can activate this effect. My opponent adds the top card of their life into their hand. Basically, what this just means is that if they play a big body, or if they cheat out something with a character effect, they have to take their own life. So it's very good at like fucking up decks that like really wants to play big bodies, like Shanks, blue, purple, all that stuff. And then it just sustains by just drawing cards with the leader effect as well. So incredibly powerful leader, and when this first was revealed, everyone's like, "Oh my god, Koala tier 0! This deck is so busted." It's not that good, but it is very strong, and I think with the right pilot, this deck can be incredibly powerful. And that's gonna be me. I'm gonna be the right pilot, bitch. Moving on to the next card, we have a 1-cost Koala here. This is just your top 3 Rev Army searcher. Cool thing about this is it searches for Rev Army, but also Nico Robin cards. And then it trashes the rest, which means you can fill up your trash, which is going to be good later on when we get to one of those cards. Same with this top 3 cost 3 Ivankov here. It's a blocker that on plays mills the top 3 cards of your deck. Which is just going to be more of a consistency piece, and it's really good going first, right? You have nothing really to do on turn 3, or on 3 dawn, rather. So having this here is just good. And then we have Hack, which is literally just Lucky Roo on crack, right? It's a 4-cost 5k, 1k counter. If your leader has the Rev Army type, this character gains a blocker and plus 4 cost. And then on KO, if your leader has the Rev Army type, KO a base 4 cost or less. So this is just going to be like the anti-aggro thing. Like we kind of lose to aggro, right? But with Hack, you can slow them down enough to stabilize, which is really powerful, right? And it being an 8 cost means that it's basically a blocker that can't be removed by like black decks, right? Like at least not black decks that like do like Lucci, right? So it's going to be a blocker that's just super hard to remove. And even if they remove it, I have that on KO effect, which is incredibly powerful. Then we have Morley here, which is just a 4-cost 5k, 2k counter that becomes an 8-cost. So it really is just a 2k counter that is searchable, and it can trigger a leader effect if we like don't have any better plays, right? Same goes for this Inazuma here. This is just a 2k counter that is on a body that is Rev Army. The reason we need Rev Army is because we have a card that requires us to return Rev Army cards from our trash to our deck. So all these, like, this is a 100% Rev Army list, or almost. There's one card that isn't Rev Army, but it's mainly Rev Army, and that's for that reason. That's the reason we're running a normal vanilla 2K like this instead of running something like Veggie that has more utility, right? And then we are looking at Nico Robin here, which is a 6-cost 7k counterless. If your leader is Koala or Luffy, this character gains blocker and plus 3 cost. So it's a 9-cost blocker with 7k power. And here's the funky part, right? On play, trash 1 card from your hand. If your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, your opponent trashes 2 cards from their hand. So it's like a mini Fujitora, right? Like it's a hand rip, which is super juicy, especially sitting on a 7k blocker. It can be defensive in the same, like defensive on board, but still aggressive in the way that you rip their hand, right? Super powerful card. And then we move into the big piece of this deck, which is the 8-cost Dragon from OP-12. This card is insane. It's an 8-cost, 8k, counterless, on play. Place 3 Rev Army type cards from your trash at the bottom of your deck. And if your leader is Rev Army, play up to 1 character card with a cost of 6 or less from your trash, which means we can go into this Robin, we could go into this Inazuma, and we can go into all of these other characters here, and it's an incredibly strong card to just play on 8. And so we make sure the game plan of the deck is that you fill up your trash, right, and then you play the dragon, and you play something big out, and then you're going from there, right? And just drawing cards with lead, sustaining while building a big board. It's incredibly powerful, and this card is super important, and it's like the main powerhouse of the deck. Then we have this 2k Kuma, which is just a 2k Rev Army card, which also has a trigger that it can be relevant. So just a good card here. Then we have Koala, which people are kind of iffy on Koala. They haven't quite decided if she has a spot in the deck or not. But as a Bello Betty player, I know the strength that Koala can have. And I see going Dragon into Koala, into Hack, and then drawing a card. That's very powerful, especially because you draw from life as well, right? So this is like this is a hand neutral +3 on board play, which is insane. And I do believe Koala is going to be very powerful. So I'm running her at 3. Not 4 because she is a brick, and we're kind of bricky in this deck. But 3 for sure, just to get 1 into the trash. And, you know, having the option to go wide off Dragon is going to be super powerful. And we have Kuma here. This is my favorite 6-cost. This is just a 6-cost, 7k, 1k counter. On play, I can trash the top of my. I can trash 1 card from my hand. Add the top card of your deck to the top of your life cards, so you heal 1, and then this character gains +2 cost until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it's a pseudo 8 cost, right? But it's also only temporary, which is worse than most of these, right? These are all permanent +4 cost and +3 here. But it being temporary is a little bit worse, but it's fine because like him being a 6 cost is fine because if they do KO it, you add the top card of your deck to the top of your life card, so you heal another one when he dies, which is just so crazy, right? So you heal on play and then you heal when he dies. So it's basically a 7k like unmovable object, right? Which is just crazy strong, especially because you can play it off Dragon as well. Just establish a bunch of bodies really fast and while healing and, you know, defending yourself. And then this here is my real spice of the deck. As a Bello Betty player, I know damn well how powerful this card can be, and it should go into every multicolored Rev Army leader, because this trigger is just insane. And the fact that this deck requires us to have Rev Armies in trash just makes this card so good, right? Because like if you search, you just don't search for it and just let it go to the trash, and then he's valuable in the trash. And in the hand, he still has 1k counter, so he's valuable there. And then if you get him in life, he's just like an automatic win, dude. This draw 2 trigger is insanely strong. So to me, this is just a 4-off, right? Playtesting, we'll find out if I think it's too much of a brick. Like, it's not an actual brick, right? But if it should be changed out for something with more utility. But I really like Sabo in this deck for now, and it's a great card. Then we have 4-off Captain's Assemble, which is just another top 3 searcher. This one doesn't search for Robin, but the good part about this, right, is that it's not on a body, so it goes straight into the trash, which means that when you do the search, you'll instantly get 3 cards in the trash. Which can be really, really relevant. So definitely a good searcher here. And it does have the trigger activate main as well. So really powerful card. Then we have Waxing Fist, which is just a 1-cost 4k counter with barely any fucking condition. The condition is that you need to have an 8-cost or more character out. But like, you have that. Like, you literally just have that. So it's basically an unconditional 4k counter, which is incredibly powerful. And then finally, we're wrapping it up with the only non-Rev Army card in the entire deck, which is going to be Black Vortex. On the same here, it's called Black Spiral. I don't know which one is correct. I'm going to be calling it Vortex, so you don't get confused. This is just anti-Green Zoro tech. You like need to run this so you don't get shat on by Green Zoro. If you just use this while Green Zoro attacks, they just can't restand their leader. which is really good, right? Because you just negate them once extra swing. And it's minus 4k, so even if they use like the event or something to restand, their leader is going to be weak. So it's a super good anti-Zoro tech, and the trigger also nullifies effects. So if you get it on trigger, then again, they'll just be fucked, like they can't restand and stuff. But really funky card. And the deck, all in all, feels really good. But let's actually jump into some games and show you how the deck works in action. All right, we're up against Enel. I do believe this is a favored matchup. We're going to go second. This deck basically always wants to go second. I'm going to mulligan this because I really want to find my searchers, as that is my main way of like milling. I didn't though, which is really ass, but we'll pass. Other than that, we have a decent setup, right? We have Hack on 4, we have Kuma Robin on 6, and then into Dragon. We'll take this first hit here for sure. There's a searcher. A little too late, but not the worst. He establishes the Shirahoshi there. We're just going to swing 5 at his face and play out the hack. Pass. And then next turn, we'll probably go Robin, hand rip him a little bit. Yeah, I think so. Could be Kuma. Doesn't really matter at this point, I don't think. I think it's going to be Robin, and that way I can counter with the Kuma. Oh, wait, actually. Ooh, kind of gas. Yeah, let's do Robin. We'll trash the other Robin. He has to trash 2 cards from his hand. And then we'll just swing 5. And pass, I think. We'll draw from the leader effect, because now we have 2 8-cost or more. We'll draw into 7-cost Sabo, which is not optimal, but it's another counter that we can use on his turn to fill up our trash a little bit more. We are 3 cards short in the trash, right? Which is a little bit annoying. So now that he swings 7 here, I could block here, get rid of his Brule. There's no really any point to that. I think I'm gonna counter. This looks weird. Okay, trust me, guys. Trust the process here. I'm gonna over counter so that we can play Dragon next turn. We'll start with a 5k swing though to draw. He takes. We're gonna go Dragon. We're gonna bottom deck these 3. I'm gonna play out the Robin. I'll trash the Koala here, I think. I like that. He has to trash 2 more cards. I know I could have blocked with Robin and stuff last turn as well, but I think I like this route. Of just establishing big bodies, right? And he can't play Yamato or anything here, because if he plays something, he has to take his own life, which is gonna be awful for him, right? And I think we just got a really good setup here to just be uber aggressive next turn. And I can block with Hack as well to deal with the Brule. So if he swings here, he's in trouble. It's gonna be Katakuri. Gonna heal me, but I'm gonna take his life then. And boom, just like that, he's in a really bad spot where he can't heal. And he decides to swing as well, so we're gonna do just like this. And now he has 2 blockers. So we can just go... What is this, like? Let's see. 10, 10, 11. I don't dislike that. He has to counter out of one of the 10s, which is 3 cards and 3 2Ks out of his hand. I think we'll start with lead, though. We'll draw a card. Blocks that. That makes me think that he doesn't have it. Oh, I swung wrong? What happened here? Yeah, I swung too big. Damn. That's fine. We'll do some searches here. Grab another dragon. I'll do another search. Here I'm going to grab Sabo just because I think I'm going to want that counter. And I think I swing 7 again here. I think that's fine. I think he has to block. Yeah. And now he's in a really bad spot because he's at 0 health. He's look at this shit. I don't even need a 2k here. Like, I don't have a 2k, but like I wouldn't. Such a good spot. Oh wow, this actually works around my leader effect. Because he doesn't have a life now, but then when attacking, he will get a life. Oh, that's so nice, dude. What a play. Unfortunately, I have this. Oh my god, this is Rev Army locked. What a misplay. Oh my god. I thought that I was like, I have an 8 cost or higher, but the 8 cost has to be Rev Army. Okay, that's something to keep an eye out on. And but I mean, I still think I win here, right? He doesn't have the. I think we just go. Wait, let's see. Yeah, let's go 6. See what he does. I think if he triggers something here, he can live, but he'll be in the same spot next turn. Just hit him with another 6. He takes. It's just 7/7 for perfect lethal. Okay, never mind. It's flat 7 here. But that's still lethal. Okay, never mind. I mean, he still doesn't have me on the clapback. That's the thing. Like, I could have played that completely differently, but I was like deciding to be ballsy, right? But what I should have done is just play that Kuma like a turn earlier. But I really thought I had him. And then obviously I fucked up with the Waxing Fist. Still a lot of things to learn with this deck, right? Still brand new. But yeah, this just shat on Enel completely. He didn't stand a chance. All right, we're up against Sanji, which is pretty interesting. Haven't seen much of Sanji. This hand is fine. I think we keep this. We have the Searcher, we have the Kuma. We also have a second turn play here. We'll start with the Searcher here. I'm just gonna grab the 2k, I think. Yeah. We'll pass. And then next turn, we'll probably just play the Ivankov. 6. We'll take this 5 though. That trigger is not yet live. What does this do? This kind of plus 1000. Okay, that's fine. Like a mini Burgess. But we'll go 6k face. He should take. And we'll just get an Ivankov out and pass. What did we mill here? Okay, we milled 3 Rev armies, so our trash is stacked, which is nice. What happened? Oh. Bottom decked my blocker, which is a little bit annoying, but it's fine. I'm gonna take this hit, and we're gonna counter the second one. Okay, he doesn't swing. That's a little bit annoying. But we find Dragon at least, so that's really nice. We could Hand Rip here, or we could Kuma. I think it's Hand Rip before Kuma, right? You know what I think it is? I think it's Kuma and then Robin next turn. Nah, I think it's... Okay, no. No, it's Robin this turn. Kuma next turn. So we'll Robin, we'll trash one of the Vortex. Doesn't really matter in this matchup. Unless, of course, you can time it before he counter event. But there we go. He trashes 2, and then we're just going to go 5 face. Takes. And then we'll pass. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot here. I'm going to counter with the Kuma now so that we have the setup for next turn. He's doing a bunch of weird shit. I have no clue what this deck does. I've never seen this deck in action. He's going to swing 6. I'm going to 2k out of that with the Inazuma. I got 2k out of this as well. Perfect. That's just what I wanted. I'm gonna 3k out of that. Now the Kuma is in the trash. Perfect setup here. These are only by effects, but I think we're still gonna just have to... I'm gonna do this, obviously. We'll send back the assembly. Oh no, I changed my mind. I did not want to do that. But we will send back the 2Ks, I think, actually is better than sending back anything else. And then we'll go Kuma. We'll trash the Vortex and we'll heal one. And then we'll draw one of lead. Not a great draw because we're fully counterless now. We know he played, what was it, Pheasant? He is playing Pheasant. I don't think I swing here. I think I pass. He shouldn't have lethal anyways, right? So I think this is just going to be a setup play. I could also force block here. That way I can play out the Robin off my dragon next turn, because I don't really have anything good to play off the dragon right now. Which probably meant I should have swung, but it's fine. We go 7, we're going to take. 7, we're going to take. There's Koala, it's not too bad. We're going to block this 7. Alright, so we'll... I have to play dragon first here. Because I don't have the... I don't have the 8 cost swing. We'll trash the Koala. And we'll hand rip him twice. And we'll go leader 5. Draw a card. We have a lot of counter now because we can leave these 2 standing. And let's hit him with a 7. I could have dealt with these a while ago, but I don't really care that much about them if I'm being honest. Another event here. Oh, it's just also an low condition Sanji counter. Here comes the Giant. I don't mind Giant coming down here. And he shouldn't have lethal here. We have one blocker. He's not even going to go for it. He's going to do whatever this is. It's just like Uber search. It's really funny, actually. He's almost going to mill out, dude. Holy shit. I'll counter this swing with a Morley. I'll counter this swing with a Waxing Fist. Take this. Nice. I'll grab a hack, I think. Could have grabbed the 2k, but it's fine. What just happened? Oh, he passed. Okay, never mind. That was weird. Because like we could set up on him right now, or we could push. We could also go board. Got a lot of options here, actually. I think we start with the search no matter what here. I guess I'll just grab the Ivankov. Really bad search there, actually. But yeah, we'll hit him with a 7 face. Try and milk some cards. There's another Giant. And with an 8, I think. These are 8Ks. Yeah, I'll hit him with an 8. Takes. He triggers here, it seems. That's fine. Interesting decision to trigger that. I think I go for it here. How many Giants does he have in trash? He has 1, 2, 3. He only has 3 in trash, so you might have one more. But we're gonna try this. We're gonna go 9. Takes. Another trigger here. Let's see what he searches for. Concasseur. Okay, so he has a 4k counter, but yep, he's gonna give up. He didn't have enough because he only has the 1 Dawn for this, and then he's played so much events. Yeah, so if I just swing 9 and 9, I can swing 10 and 10 as well. He's just dead. I have way too much power here. All right, well, GG's. All right, so we're going up against Green Yellow Law. This is definitely a meta contender here. We do have second. Our hand's not the best, but we do have the Koala Searcher. But I'm gonna mulligan. Yeah, this is better. I'm gonna start with the Searcher. We'll grab Dragon, and we'll pass. See if he does his search here. He does. This hand is decent because we can go Ivankov next turn, swing 6. And then we can go Robin on 6, trashing our Koala, and then we can go Dragon Koala on 8. I'll take this hit, and we'll use that event, and we'll grab Hack, because then we can, you know, play Hack. We draw into another Hack, okay. We'll start with a 2k into the Bonnie. We'll go 5 face, and we'll play out the Hack instead of the Ivankov now. I think this is really good actually, because we can just go Koala Hack now. He gets my searcher, that's fine. And I'm not gonna block here because I wanna make sure I can draw from leader effect next turn. He's gonna use law here, which is interesting because he doesn't have anything to bounce. All right. I mean, I would have played that before, but whatever. Yeah, we're just gonna hand rip him here. We'll trash the Koala. And we'll swing 5k and draw a card. He's just gonna free block, but it is what it is. We still have a good turn set up next turn. With our trash being filled. He's gonna go law to heal. It's really good, but he... yeah, actually, this is a really power fucking play. Go 6. I'm just gonna block this. I'm gonna block this and pop his Luffy. Now he has nothing cheap to bounce with his leader effect. That was his whole plan, was to bounce that and play out this, but now he has to bounce something shittier. Fuck, he can just restand on. Sometimes I forget how to play this game. I think I can take the free block here. He shouldn't be able to apply any pressure here. Like, if he can have most swing 8 with this, right? I think we're in a good spot here. We can still, you know, do a lot of things next turn to just set up on him. Gonna be Veggie. He's probably gonna bounce it. Yep. Let's see. Is he gonna stun? He stuns Robin. Okay, I would have low-key considered stunning one of my Dons, if I'm being honest. We're gonna go Dragon. We're gonna bottom deck all of our 2Ks. And we're gonna go Koala. Take a life. We're gonna go Hack. Draw a card. And we're gonna just swing 5 face again and draw a card. And we'll pass from there. I think there are arguments to put in more 2Ks, because I'm running only 8 2Ks, right? Because I'm running so heavy on the counter event. Or I'm running 10 2Ks, but it's a little bit lower than average, right? Do we let this go? No, I don't think so. I think we counter here. Yeah, we're running a little lower than standard on counter events, right? Or on counter, but I do feel like these probably should go. They're not doing the work I want them to do. I'm gonna go 8 into it. I really don't like that, but it's very clear that it's another law coming down here. If only I had another 2k here, I'd be in such a good spot. But I think I'm gonna just double 1k. Fine. Because he's not gonna be able to hit into it again. Because he's now... if he wants to play the 7-cost law, he won't have this set up. Like, he won't have enough done, right? Like, he can do Cavendish things. He can get right into it, but he can't swing, like, above it. You technically go 8 with law. but I doubt he'll do that. He's not swung with this law once. It's not going to be 7 law. Okay. That's interesting. Let's see what he bounces here then. I bounce the Bonnie, blindly play out the Bonnie Searcher off the top. Interesting. And then he goes 6. I'm going to take, I think. I really don't care that much. A little bit scary here because he actually does have access to that same event that Zoro gets in this set, which is the one that's the Hody on an event. But there is a 7 law, so it was fairly. He just did it differently. That's very weird. Oh, he attached 2 and then bounced the thing so that the attached Dawn comeback is rested, so you can restand them with Cavendish. That is a fucking play and a half. Use the hack here to counter. Which probably should have used the Koala, but I don't think it matters in the end. And he's going to do the search as well. I could have blocked that actually. Pop the searcher. Oh well. We're drawing way too many searchers here. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. There's a dragon. I think that's good. I think that's just going to be the play for now. Yeah, Jefferson should have blocked. My board is way too wide here. But we'll go push here. No, we'll go 5 into this Bonnie. No, let's calm down. Let's go 5 lead. Draw a card. Another brick, really? And then we'll just go 8. I can't believe he took that. Makes me want to push. We'll go 8 at life. He blocks. Is he going to counter as well? He insta-blocked, which was interesting. He's going to counter here. I think I'm definitely just pushing here now. Like, I could literally live another turn easily. I don't see me losing here. Like, don't I have perfect lethal? Or something? Because this is 2 cards. And then I can go 10 and 10. 9 and 10. Yeah, I don't have perfect, but I fucking damn near have it. 9-11. I doubt he has that many 2Ks left. I doubt he's sitting on double 2K, 1K here. Yeah, that was pretty heavily misplayed on your end, buddy. But, I mean, we literally just stall out one more turn there and then grab in. Because, like, the plan was, right, to Bliss play Dragon into Kuma, heal 1 more, and then keep 1 Dawn up for Waxing Fist. And we definitely just have enough there. Because we would have pivoted board with our swings. We would just be in a great spot. But since he took that first 5, I was confident in pushing. Which ended up being good for us, right? And we win those. Alright, that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as well if you want to see more content like this. I'm super excited about Koala. She looks so fun, and she is fun. If I were to say anything to take away from this video, I'd say probably don't play 3-cost Ivankov. That card is underperforming like crazy. And also maybe consider cutting the Waxing Fist for just more 2Ks. We don't actually get to leave that much Dawn open throughout the game, so it's mostly a brick. But Black Vortex can be really clutch, and obviously you can leave 2 Dawn open on your 10 Dawn turn after playing something like Dragon. So that's like what I would recommend going into this list. But other than that, I hope to see you again in the next one. Peace.